Yo, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the finale of the Last Reverse Challenge, the final episode, the last one. It is time for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I decided to go for the soft tyres as I knew that the front runners were going for the soft tyres. So, seeing as we are 16 points behind in this championship, we need to put on a good show. Come in first, make sure we make the most of our first. And as you can see, going up the inside of so many cars, I'm into P12. We overtook I think either 7 or 8 cars there into P12. I think it's 7. Anyway, so what we have to do is we have to get into first, but then we have to make sure that Max Verstappen is in 4th or lower and Valtteri Bottas is in 5th or lower. As we go up the inside of Carlos Sainz, he does hit the side pod, but that doesn't matter. We have to keep pushing P8, P7, P6 until P1. Make sure, and then only then we have a race on our hands, because only once we are in P1 then we can start making sure that everyone is in the right place for us to win the race, and we can potentially hold back Bottas and Verstappen just like Hamilton did to Rosberg in 2016. Anyway, P7, we made a move up the inside of Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, one of them, into the chicane. Now we're in the triple chicane. We try and get a good exit, trying to see if we can make our way around Albon, trying to get a very good exit. Albon has a little squiggle, and we try and go around the outside. I would not recommend this move, but we seem to just about make it work. And now it is time to move on to lap 2, where we are coming onto our teammate, and we are in P5, which means if we overtake our teammate, he'll be in P4, and now we sacrifice the first part of the chicane to get the best exit we possibly can. No DRS on this lap, but now we are going to be using a little bit of overtake, going into the outside, braking way later than Valtteri Bottas, getting a purple middle sector while we're at it. And now Valtteri Bottas is just a slimmer in the distance, in our rear view mirrors. Anyway, getting a very good exit on Charles Leclerc. Up onto lap 3, we set the fastest lap of the race. Charles Leclerc goes defensive, we go around the outside, and we almost make contact actually, but we luckily don't. And now it is time for us to make sure we do our best against Max Verstappen. He has to finish P4. Valtteri Bottas is in P5, so he is in prime position. And now Max Verstappen is our next target. And I'm not sure what I'm going to try. Maybe I'm going to try hold up the pack so that when they pit, then the people on the mediums can maybe overcut them or something. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do. But now, going down the inside of Max Verstappen, that was a very, very late decision to make that move. But luckily we made it stick. It had to be perfect, otherwise we would have lost our whole wing, and that would have been disastrous. But now, coming on to the beginning of lap 5, Sebastian Vettel is our next target, and we try to go around the outside. We do make a little bit of contact, luckily we do not get any damage. Now the flat left-hander becoming the flat right-hander, that is where we make our move. They back out a little bit. Now I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing. Maybe I am going to just make sure that they stay behind us. I think I'm going to hold them up, everyone up a little bit, make sure that everyone is in prime position. But now, as you can see, I am going to be asking Jeff the championship standings. So if Bottas finishes in 5th and Verstappen finishes in 4th and we finish in 1st, we will be leading the championship, which means we will win the championship. So it is very tense. But just then, everything goes downhill. We get a penalty, which is not what we want. But now, coming into the pits for our stop on lap 7, we actually went 1 lap longer than we were meant to. But anyway, now we are going to be going onto the medium tyres. We are maybe going to be going soft, mediums, and try everything we can to make sure that we can win this race with the people in the correct position. Although Bottas has now overtaken Verstappen, and that will put us in the danger zone. We are not going to be winning this championship at this point. Now we shall see where we come out. We come out in P9, just behind Kimi Raikkonen, who hasn't pitted yet because he's on the medium tyres and he won't be pitting for quite a while. so we have to get past him as quickly as we can. So we are trying as hard as we can to get in the DRS zone. We have got it in the DRS zone 100%. We are within 5 tenths now, trying to get the best exit we possibly can. We get a crack of a launch off the hairpin. We almost ran into the back of him, and now it should be a very simple and easy move. We try and use the slipstream as much as we can. Kimi Raikkonen goes defensive. We go to the outside. We outbrake him. We almost overtake him before we even hit the corner. We just have to leave him a little bit of space, as otherwise his wing would have gotten shattered. But now on to the next few laps. As you can see, it is Hamilton, Vettel, Bottas, Leclerc, and I think it's Verstappen afterwards. Yeah, Hamilton, Vettel, Bottas, Leclerc, Verstappen. Bottas has made up 2 positions. We have to get him back down into P5, and Verstappen up into P4, or he can stay in P5 if he wants. I mean, we don't care as long as we are winning the championship, which we are not doing so at this current moment. And now lap 14 was the lap that we had just gotten to the point where we could pit and we would get ahead of most of the cars behind. So I decided to go for the hard tyres because then we go soft, medium, hard, obviously. I mean, that's the whole reason why we pit. No, the reason we pitted was to hold up them, because I knew we were going to win the race anyway, because we were so much faster than everyone. But I decided to try and hold everyone up and see if we could potentially make them go behind all the back markers, and then they get very held up by everyone. That was the plan, but we do come out in P4, although they still have another pit stop to make in this race. And as you can see, we just tapped the front wing of Charles Leclerc, and that spun him round. That was very unfortunate. I am so sorry to Charles Leclerc. But anyway, we come up behind our favourite teammate, Valtteri Bottas, who is winning this championship. And us spinning around Charles Leclerc was very unfortunate, because it also means that there's one less car to put between us and Bottas once we get into P1. And now Bottas is in P2, we in P3. And now we will be trying to make the move on Valtteri Bottas as we get the DRS. And now I'm using all my overtake button, because we do need to get in front of them as quickly as we possibly can, because I am not sure exactly when they're going to put. Maybe even lap 16 could be the lap. As you can see, we do a purple middle sector yet again. And now we are in P2 on the next lap, and now we are just making sure that they cannot get past. Valtteri Bottas almost gets past us. But we are making sure that every single little bit of time we are wasting, because Sebastian Vettel also needs to make another pit stop. Valtteri Bottas tries to go round the outside. We make sure that does not happen. Max Verstappen's having a go at us. We make sure that doesn't happen either. Making sure that we try our best to get them behind. And Sebastian Vettel goes into the pits, which means this is our opportunity. We have to make sure that they do not get in front of them. But they also pit this lap. I thought they might have gone for another lap, but they both pit this lap, so now there's no point in us holding them up anymore, as there's no more pit stops left to be made. And now we are just going to be full send. Now we look at where our teammate is. He is in 6th, which is not very good, as Verstappen is in 5th, and Raikkonen and Perez both have to pit still. So now the rest of the race was very boring. We are 10 seconds ahead.
I am stupid.
We are 10 seconds ahead with a 9-second penalty, which becomes a 12-second penalty. And as you can see, we are very stupid, because we had another second and a half in the bag. But now, coming across the line, where does that put us? Because we are managed, in the few extra corners, we managed to make up a bit of time. But in the end, it was 2nd place. We still got driver of the day. I think that is a record. 21 drivers of the day in a season. Maybe that record is only been beaten by Max Verstappen, but you never know. Ferrari win the 2nd race of the season, I think. You know, if you want, you can correct me. But Ferrari wins at Abu Dhabi with Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel is back. He is doing absolute bits for Ferrari. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, the last episode. Comment down below what you'd like to see. Thank you all for subscribing. The last episode episode 21 got an absolute massive amount of views and watch time and everything. So I thank you all so much for all of that. Thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for everything. It was really, I can't even tell you how I felt when that happened. Thank you all. Please don't forget to comment down below what you guys would like to see. I really am open to everyone's ideas about what you guys want. Maybe some online F1 ranked lobbies, some my team if you guys would like that, anything really. Just comment down below what you guys would like to see. We lose the championship by 12 points, which is just annoying. Hamilton loses the 2020 championship. Ferrari came back at the last second, and Valtteri Bottas has gotten what he wants from Lewis Hamilton in 2020 in our online last to first challenge. So we weren't able to go to last to first, but we were able to go last to third. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.